Hello there. Today we're just going to do kind of a primer on cursive writing. For those of you that are interested, I assume that if you are looking at pen videos and things like that, that you're interested in handwriting. So this is kind of a cursive primer for those that may have let their cursive slip and want to improve. Now, there are a couple of things. First of all, this is the basic technique that I learned in elementary school. Okay, I'm sure that mine has changed a bit because of time and because cursive writing is something that is personal. And when we get into talking about it, you know, a lot of guys now, a lot of people say, well, you don't need cursive anymore. We're all typing on computers and stuff like that. But in this day and age, people are trying to more and more to find a way to separate themselves from the crowd. And they do it with several different things. The way that they dress, the way that their hair looks, the way they present themselves, a great many different the activities they get involved in, the things they support, all kinds of stuff. And they're trying to make a separation between themselves and the rest of the world and say, look, there's something unique about me and there's something special about me. Now, when it comes to writing, handwriting is one of the most distinctive things about a person. The way that a person writes is so unique that no two people write exactly the same, and you can be identified, for good or bad, by the way that you write. And it says something about your personality. You can add personal flair and all kind of unique personal kinds of things in handwriting, and it's just another way to be distinctive and different. And I would think that in today's times, people are looking for distinction. This is one way to demonstrate it. Besides, the cursive writing in my mind is very beautiful. It flows very well. Now you can get into what's basically known as handwriting, which is not really cursive, but it's not block letters. It's also a beautiful way to write, and there are many styles and differences in that as well. So if you're not into cursive, I would encourage you to look up how simple handwriting, and you'll find that there's a great deal of distinctiveness even in that as well. But nothing is, to my mind, more distinctive than a good cursive handwriting style. So with that said, the handwriting style that I'm going to demonstrate today is the basic technique that I learned in elementary school. Now, the letters will be slightly different the way that I write them because of who I am and how I made those letters my own over time. So that's something to understand, but I'm going to just provide a basic overview, a basic alphabet in capital letters and lowercase letters that you can use to begin to improve your writing as much as possible, understanding that I'm not the most beautiful writer either. So let's just start with the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. That's the basic alphabet that I learned. Now, you'll see guys that do a T, something like this, or they'll, a lot of times I'll write a T when I do it like this, the, see, that's different from, you'll see this T here, which is the basic form of that. When I begin to write and I begin to flow, the letters begin to flow, there'll be differences in the way, slight differences in the form from up here, just because I'm beginning to flow and trying to keep a fairly continuous flow to the letters so that they join up together, that kind of deal. Same thing with something like A. Some guys might go like that. Some guys might write an R like that. Just, or the G, instead of, they might go, might write the word like that. And I chose guitar because I'm a guitar player. So, but anyway, instead of that, just depends on their style, but that is what I was taught in school. There are also, you'll see this, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. You'll see that sentence in my videos and a lot of other people's videos as well. That's called a pengram. And what it is this sentence has every word, every letter in this alphabet, all 26 characters in the alphabet, in this sentence. Now there are several different ones. This one is chosen most often, I think, because it is the briefest and because it makes sense. There are lots of pangrams around, but some of them double up on letters. They are basically gibberish. They're just trying to cram all 26 letters of the alphabet, and a lot of the longer ones are longer because they're trying to form a sentence that makes sense and use all those letters. And so this is the briefest, the most correct, it makes the most sense, and so it's used most often. But that's basically it. This is the style of handwriting that I was taught. It is the basics of handwriting, cursive writing. Now, if you're trying to improve your cursive writing, one of the things that I would tell you is to take this alphabet and write over just A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A capital, A lowercase, B capital, B lowercase, just like I did here, and write over. I write pages and pages of it over and over again, and will continue to do so, so that my writing is improving. But then also the quick brown fox, and I tend to write pretty fast, but you should actually take some time. And like there with lazy, you can see sometimes lazy and the D on dog, I sometimes my hands will just stop flowing and I'll stick for a minute, and then you end up with something like that. So sometimes when you get into situations like that, what you want to do, okay, if you want to write lazy, stop for a minute, lazy, and then dog. Just pause if you have to, so that your penmanship flows. And if you practice a combination of this, just writing out the capital and lower case letters in cursive, and something like the Quick Brown Fox, where you're actually using all those letters, you will find your cursive beginning to flow and go from a simple basic kind of writing like this to something that is more akin to a distinctiveness in your handwriting. And then you can decide, okay, do I want to do my A's different, or my R's, or my T's, or my Z's, or whatever letter it is you think might look different. You can decide then, look, do I want to do that differently? And there's nothing wrong with that. You're not in elementary class and you don't have a teacher standing over you telling you, no, that's not right. Okay? You can do what you want to make your writing as distinctive as you would like. What I would tell you is to avoid a lot of flourishes that go like below the line, you know, lazy, do the L and do that, or Z or a Y. Try to avoid really big flourishes, because if I'm going to write under that, you know, that line might get in the way. And so that's something to take into account. But just keep practicing and have fun. Get you a nice fountain pen, something that writes smoothly and light. You don't have to use a lot of pressure with, so you don't get a lot of hand cramps, that kind of deal. And have fun with your writing. I hope that this tutorial has helped some of you to move further in your handwriting and just enjoy yourself. One other tip that I would give you is pick up a journal. Keep a journal. You don't have to write your most deepest, darkest, intimate secrets in that journal. But if you write a little bit every day and share in that journal a little bit of the things that happen during your day, that kind of deal, you will find your writing improving just by attrition, you know. It gets better and better and better the more that you write. So, alright, God bless you, and thank you for watching. And I hope that this helps you. Later.